Alright guys, Adam McCauley of Full-Time Devils. I'm outside Old Trafford. I'm with Steve. Steve! United drew 0-0, but I know you got something to say before you go into that.
Yeah, give me that then. So, I've been off camera for a little bit, mostly because of some of the abuse that I got, some of the abuse that my family got, all because of stuff that was nothing to do with Full-Time Devils. There was a lot of misunderstandings about it, and I'm sorry for those misunderstandings, but I just want to move on and talk about football, mate.
So let's do that then. You've come back for the perfect day, 0-0 against PSV Eindhoven. Not good enough, obvious. Why wasn't it good enough?
Do you know what, right? I've heard a couple of people talking that we're playing defensive football. And we don't play defensive football. We push and we push and we push, and we have all of our players in the opposition half. We're playing attacking football, but we don't have the personnel that can unlock them doors like Barcelona can, that Bayern Munich can, that Real Madrid can. You've got to ask yourself, of all the players that we're playing, right? I look at that defence and I'm content with it, yeah? I look at that midfield of Schneiderlin and Schweinsteiger and I'm content with that. I look at Martial and I go, not quite there yet, but I see the road that he's going to go on, and he will be a world-class striker, but he's not there yet. I look at Rooney, and we ain't got that sort of time to go through what I see when I see Rooney. But then you look at the rest of our attack, Memphis, it's not doing it for him. The only player that Manchester United have got, and he didn't start tonight, that would get into Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, those sort of teams is Mata. And when Mata doesn't play, when Herrera doesn't play, and when you take Schweinsteiger off, there's just an absolute lack of movement. Rooney's not got it. We've not got it. And bringing on Young and Fellaini, and I know people think I've got something personal against Young and Fellaini. I don't. I just want the best for Manchester United, and those two are not the best for Manchester United. You've got to ask yourself, would Real Madrid bring Ashley Young on? No way would they bring Ashley Young on. Would Barcelona bring Ashley Young on, or Fellaini on? Can you imagine Barcelona bringing Fellaini on? I watched their game last night against Roma, and it's almost unfair how good that forward three is.
We are comparing arguably the best side.
I don't care, mate, because that's what Manchester United should be aiming for. We don't aim for mid-table. We don't aim to come fourth.
But this team, we haven't got Suarez, we haven't got Neymar, we haven't got Messi, who are arguably the three best players in the world, bar Cristiano Ronaldo.
Right, let me throw two names at you, though.
What would you change with this team there today? Because we had players out there that should win this game.
Yeah, all right. From the start, I thought Lingard, Martial, Memphis, there's pace, there's exposure, and we did rip them apart. How many chances did we have in the first half? We just didn't put them away. Now, the problem that I've got is that when it doesn't happen, and you take Schweinsteiger off, who's perhaps one of the only people doing that movement, you bring on Fellaini and you bring on Ashley Young. Well, they're not them world-class players, but do you know who could be world-class players? James Wilson and Pereira, and they're sat on the bench. Let's put the faith in the youth. Louis van Gaal's got a great reputation of playing young players, but then he's not doing it consistently by putting on Fellaini and Young. Did Fellaini and Young offer anything whatsoever when he brought them on?
Fellaini's a big lad, target man who can't control a ball.
But we don't play the sort of long ball football to it.
He comes on to provide us with an outlet, target man. Fair enough if he can bring the ball down on his chest and keep it, but he can't.
He can't. Young, to give him some credit, actually put in a couple of dangerous balls that no one managed to get on the end of. But I think Pereira would put in those dangerous balls. I think James Wilson would run in behind and offer something different. Let's put the faith in the youth. I saw something yesterday from the Daily Mirror that said Manchester United need a George Best, and I thought that was retarded, for want of a better word, because there's not a team in the history of football that couldn't have benefited from having a George Best. Where are we going to find a George Best from? It's not like they grow on trees, is it? We do need a George Best, and them George Best are Pereira and they're Lingard and they're possibly James Wilson, but you've got to play them.
Are we going through?
Yeah, we'll go through.